Dr. Deborah Wood, affectionately known as Nana Gaga by her 8, soon-to-be 9 grandchildren, is a wellness specialist, a naturopath, a philanthropist, an entrepreneur, a helicopter pilot, and an acclaimed author. But beyond those things, she is a dedicated, caring wellness specialist who comes to work every day to work with individuals and develop their wellness plan. She uses state-of-the-art technology and years of experience to work with each person and create a customized wellness plan to move them forward down their own wellness journey.
My job is to bring hope back. I have so much fun. I work with veterans, first responders, and I treat traumatic brain injury and PTSD. And I work with suicide. Doesn't that sound like fun? It actually is fun because I get to see lives changed. And that's my purpose, is to change lives. Starting with mine, and then my family, and now friends, and all my veterans, they've all become friends. I worry about them. I think it's easier to explain to people what settling with power is from swimming and getting caught in the undertow. What's the first thing they tell you to do? Float, or don't fight it. Yeah, everything else in life, when you get in a bad situation, you're told to embrace the suck. Suck it up, be stronger. You've got this, you can do this. Sometimes you don't got it, and sometimes you can't do it. I was 36 years old and I was told I had colon cancer. And that was a death sentence in 1986. So I just did alternative stuff that I could find. I tried diet changes, I tried lifestyle changes, exercising. I used my little energy medicine machines, and I got rid of the colon cancer in record time. My doctor was shocked, and so was I. I didn't expect to do that. If you change your lifestyle and you change the way you think and you start being happy as opposed to resentment, deep-seated resentments, then you have a chance to survive. You have a chance to get rid of a horrible disease. Now, is it easy to change your thoughts? No, because they're coming, it's like settling with power. You are caught in this tornado that's pulling you to the ground based on what happened to you. And I mentioned I came from child abuse. It was serious child abuse. I experienced 3 near deaths from this person who abused me. So it's deep, and it started as a baby. So how do you change those kind of thought patterns? That's not easy. People say, suck it up. They say, don't look at it like that, change. And that makes sense, but how do you change? So if I don't eat right, if I don't sleep, if I don't go to church, I know a lot of people don't like to go to church. They think that organized religion sucks. Well, to me, it's like a gym. It's the gym, and I love the gym because I like keeping my muscles healthy and challenging myself. The church is like a gym to me. I go there to build my spiritual muscles because what's going on in here sucks. And so there might be some stuff that's sucking outside with all of you people, but that's not my problem. My problem is to change how I'm thinking inside so that you don't bother me. And I have this image, I hope it doesn't offend anybody, but it works for me, that I climb up on Heavenly Father's lap and I lay my head on his shoulder and I twirl his hair and I tattle on all you guys. And I've had people say to me, do you tattle on yourself? And I was like, no, he knows what I did. I want to make sure he knows what you did. So that was when playing these little head games with myself actually helped me to change the way I think. You got to change everything with cancer, everything. You got to change the way you eat. You've got to change the way you think. You've got to add exercise. You've got to stop stressing. And I know that's easy to say again, and it's hard to do, but you got to do it. And I had the motivation of I didn't want to die with chemo, radiation, and operations. And I didn't see anybody living back then who had colon cancer. They were dead. So, and I didn't want to be dead. So I got serious. Now a lot of people, I don't mean to say, a lot of people get serious and it still doesn't work for them. I don't know why, because we don't know what's going on in the deep chambers of somebody's mind. So thoughts cause physical reactions in the body. I had this experience with child abuse. You notice I do not say I was a victim, because I don't believe I was a victim. I had this experience, but I had to change that. Because why wouldn't I resent this person? Why? But he won the battle. He hurt me as a child. He ruined my childhood, but that was my choice. He wasn't going to ruin my life. So I really worked on forgiving him and worked on how I saw that experience. And I didn't think that I did such a great job in it, but the colon cancer went away. And I can't think of a better place than him to be part of the colon. So, but that's where it started. I had to change the way I looked at things. And when people come into my clinic, I'm very adamant about them not becoming their diagnosis. We all want a diagnosis. We all want to know what to call it. And it's healthy to figure that out. It's healthy, because then we're not running in 25 different directions and being scared. So if I have a diagnosis of fibromyalgia, nobody knows what fibromyalgia is. They don't know where it comes from, and they're actually changing it. It's going to be Lyme disease soon, because they don't know what to do with it, and nobody's giving the funding for it. If there's funding for a quote-unquote disease, then you get to keep the name. If there's no funding, you got to rename it. So fibromyalgia is being renamed. But people come in here, and it's not healthy to say, I have fibromyalgia. I have fibromyalgia. I was a victim of child abuse. We get married to our diagnosis. And once we get married, it's hard to change the way we think. It's so scary to lower the power. You've got bill collectors on you. You've got family that's sick. You've got children that need your system. They need their diaper changed. They need a glass of water right then. You've got people pinging on you. You've got a spouse who's serving divorce papers on you. You've got bankruptcy, beating at your door. I know these things, and it's so hard not to beef up the power to handle them. It's so hard to lower the power, but you just have to stop and think differently and just slow down and say, look, guys, I know you need me, but I got nothing. Just give me 5 minutes or 10 minutes or a day or something. I have an uncle who he ended up dying a rich man, but he wasn't always rich, and he was an alcoholic. And he had lots of bill collectors. And I just remember one time he answered the phone and he said, look, you're in the hat. You call me again, you're out of the hat. I just love that, because he's saying, back off, bucko. I want to pay you. I want to help you. I want to do this for you. But until I take care of me, I can't. And that's why I go to church. Because somewhere in there, somebody's going to say something that triggers something I need to know. Or maybe there's someone in there, like the phone rang one time. I'm on my way to class, and I got criticized for not going to class and answering the phone. It was a lady who was going to kill herself. I'm just walking to minding my own business. The phone rang. She wasn't even a member of the church, but she just felt like there were people in that building who cared. And God just said, answer that phone. And I really only answered it to tick off this other lady that I don't like, because she was judging me and wondering why I wasn't in class. And I was like, looking at her saying, I'm answering the phone. And it was this beautiful lady who was getting ready to kill herself that I was able to help. And I sent a group over there, because I wasn't an expert back then. I don't know that we're ever experts, except we just care. And I sent a group over there, and they saved her life. And what if I was just, I gotta make my meeting. Oh, the phone's ringing, let somebody else get it, or, call back during the break. But slow down so you can hear the angels talking to you saying, this person needs help. Or a family member. I'm up in Alaska helping veterans not kill themselves, and I get a phone call from a family member who says, I don't want to live anymore. And I'm like, hold on, baby, I'll be there in 2 days. You know, but if I wasn't taking care of myself, if I wasn't healthy, I wouldn't be able to do that. You've got to slow down. You've got to lower the power before you can do anything. That's the hardest message that I have to give people, and it was the hardest message I had to learn. I had colon cancer. I'm a fix-it person. I'm a do-it double person. I would have just, okay, I got to do this. And I see people doing that with cancer, and they come here. Let's do this. Let's do that. And they're doing a million things, not knowing what works, what doesn't work. When really, you know, just wait a minute.